coming off the couch for 4 months after playing Fortnite.
Fortnite? Hold up. Fortnite's for kids, man. I was playing Elden Ring.
Greetings, traveller, from beyond the fog. It's OSW's follow-up to our Elden Ring deep dive. Now we are talking, what is it? OSC, you got something special for us?
Oh, I've got something special, right? I'm calling it the New Game Plus 7 Boss Showcase.
Ooh, there's printed notes. I don't think we've ever
this
seen.
Is actually the first time I think you've ever had printed notes, Steve.
With the spreadsheet.
14 years is the most you've ever cared.
What's on tap for you today? Grab your glintstone staff, sharpen your sword of night and flame, and dull your bonk hammer. We've got a whopper cropper bunch of segments for you from Shadow of the ErdTree, including story, cool moments covering the entire game, Jay's things that can fuck off, DLC edition, OOC's top 10 hardest bosses, and the main event, OOC's New Game Plus 7 Bosses Showcase, where we'll watch along as OOC guides us through the best fights in Shadow of the ErdTree. But hey, before we start, I just want to ask, OOC, have you seen this fighter use Fromsoft tactics in the Octagon?
Yeah. Hey! He's fat rolling. He's fat rolling, Steve.
I know the clip.
Okay.
Don't even have to see it.
Oh, he's got Moore's armor set on. That's brilliant.
There we go. This video features incredible work by artists, editors, animators and gamers far more talented than I. Please go to the description box for full thanks to everyone. What is Shadow of the ErdTree? It is DLC for Elden Ring, that's putting it mildly. It is a gigantic expansion of the game, larger than a lot of other games.
Yeah.
So much so that the Game Awards Game of the Year included Shadow of the ErdTree as a nomination, which is horseshit. You can't play it separately, you know?
I want to say, other than that fact, I think it should have been you can't have gaming content this good and not let it have its flowers. It was the best game of 2024, and I won't I loved Astrobot. I think the game is
Just big hard on for robots.
wonderful.
Robot till. Sorry.
But this DLC was the best game of 2024 without question.
You can win DLC of the year then. Do you know?
It's better than it's not DLC. It's a game.
By the way, you bought the game and gave it to OOC, who gave it to me, but since then you've bought the game again. OOC, you bought the game again. I have bought it, the physical copy as well, the Shadow of the ErdTree, but it's like Elden Ring from 2 years before they pressed it, and a DLC code, so you can't actually play Shadow of the ErdTree offline. So I thought, that's a bit lame, isn't it? You always need to be connected to the internet to play.
Yeah. I actually think that I'm with you, they should have brought it out as a separate thing, and the game should have opened in Moog's Palace. They could have put walls so you couldn't leave it, so that they don't have to load up the rest of the map. So the only thing that you can do is touch the egg and the arm and go to the actual game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Storyline of the DLC. Well, there's not much. The game is intentionally sparse on plot, but heavy on lore. Miyazaki infused this feeling from when he read American comic books as a child. Couldn't really understand it, so had to half piece it together. And it's the same for Elden Ring. We're not told much, apart from a bit of dialogue and short weapon descriptions, item descriptions. Trying to piece it together ourselves is the fun. A quick recap on Elden Ring itself. you're tarnished, you've been resurrected by the greater will to scoop up all these shards of the Elden Ring and mend it and bring balance back to the Force. Trouble is, these shards make whoever has them super powerful, and they go a bit mad. Godric is one of those, held in low regard for being weak, hence him grafting other warriors onto himself and get more powerful.
I command thee, kneel.
It was like, I think he's just saying that to rally himself because he's quite insecure.
Who's Neil?
Hey! He has a hard drive full of UFC on it.
Hey-o!
General Rodan is double mad as he's been inflicted with the disease known as Scarlet Rot since having his Iron Man match 0-0 draw with Melania.
I have a disease!
King Radagon left Queen Renala and married Queen Marika, and the shard bearers you fight are usually descendants of each marriage or them themselves. Queen Marika had a family with her now ex-husband Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, the guy stopping you from entering the base of the ErdTree, and they had 3 children. Those 3 children: Godwyn, the black squidgy thing underneath Stormvale Castle, whose parasitic death blight seems to be spreading far and wide, like it appears in the Shadow Realm. Holy crap! And a pair of grotesque demon-like omens, Margit and Moog. Margit is the first boss you face, who is protecting the ErdTree from foul tarnish like us, and Moog, the accursed, dealer in bloodflame magic and worships a different outer god, a cruel and bloodthirsty being known as the Formless Mother. Moog abducted Melania's brother, Miquella, whilst he was most vulnerable, cocooning in the Haligtree. See, Miquella is what's called an Empyrean, someone with a prospect to ascend into godhood. They can become a god. Moog wanted to raise Miquella to be a god, marry him so he can become ruler of the land as a hoo-hoo concert move. As the missus, you know. During the game, we track down Moog's whereabouts when we find out Moog was in Moog's palace. It's like, oh, that was a dead giveaway. Come on, lads. Chilling in a cocoon with Miquella. Upon our arrival, Moog emerges from a pool of blood, holding kindly Miquella's hand and apologises for leaving him, ready to confront their guests, us, despite unleashing the full power of his accursed blood, demanding us to
Nihil.
Moog is slain by his lowly tarnished, falling at our hands. The big thing on the internet was, what was the dodginess about Moog? I think he was cancelled on Twitter. Well, he wanted to marry an 8-year-old Miquella. Well, 8-year-old who's apparently millions of years old. Do you know what I mean? His appearance is of an androgynous 8-year-old with long, flowing blonde hair. But we find out at some point during the abduction, when Moog took Miquella from the cocoon, Moog was unknowingly enchanted by Miquella. So it was Miquella all along, pulling the strings. And Moog, he beat the rap. Well done, mate. Following Moog's death, his remains were stolen and transported to the Land of Shadow, where Miquella intends on utilising it for an ancient ritual to resurrect Miquella's promised consort. The pathway towards the Land of Shadow now open, we can venture forth to uncover kindly Miquella's plan. Everyone there seems to be in love with him, which can only mean good things.
I am Leda. And like you, I was guided by faith along his honourable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid.
There you go.
Okay.
By the way, no cutscene. And when you played the game at launch, even Leda wasn't there. You just literally go in and, hello? Damn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the final cutscene for beating Consort Radahn is about 10 seconds long. It's really bad.
It's just Miquella going, oh yeah, I'd love a promised consort. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's so disappointing, but I don't care. You know, I'm not into. I don't really care. But you've gone to all that effort for no reward, basically.
Yeah.
So Miquella's plan was to resurrect Consort Radahn, because that was the original vow, and so he uses Moog's body to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Do I, Miquella?
By the way, finding Miquella is the main storyline of the DLC, but the B-plot is that Queen Marika has sent her son Mesmer to the Shadow Realm to purge those who oppose her, i.e. massacre the Horn Center, of which he and his army was quite successful. It's why the Shadow Realm is definitely a shithole, generally a wreck, a graveyard of broken buildings. This purge gave him the title of Mesmer the Impaler. He was pretty shocked to see a lowly tarnish trying to become Lord, so he'll put a stop to that with the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
General thoughts on the DLC. I thought it was fantastic. There's about 40 new bosses. Unfortunately, quite a few of them were reskins of bosses from the main game, and there was a few duplicate bosses or reskin bosses within the DLC itself. Like some of the Black Knights, like Edred was one of them.
Dancing Lions, there was 2 of them.
2 of them. Ghost Flame Dragons, I think there was a couple of them, maybe even 3. So that was a little bit disappointing. But in terms of the world, for what you're getting for 40 quid, amazing. I think in a proper full playthrough, about 40 hours, if you're not mainlining everything, if you're exploring. So I thought the new Skadu Tree fragment system, or Shadow Tree, whatever it's pronounced.
Yeah, they took too long to tell people it's pronounced Skadu or Shadow. No, it's Skadoo.
Yeah, so
the skibbity doodles.
The skibbity doodles.
Yeah.
So in this system, you pick up fragments around the world to level yourself up specifically for the DLC, so you deal more damage and take less damage.
It's a clever game system to prevent players from entering into DLC over-leveled and just steamrolling through it. Because you're going to have some people think that, I'm going to make a level 700 character. And it's like, well, without these fragments, that's not worth that much. So yeah, clever system. Plenty of games, when they bring out like DLCs, will have a separate leveling up system, and that's their version for it. And I thought it was excellent. Do you want to know my biggest issue with this system? You get up to level 20, is it?
I think it's 20.
And I think that's like 50 fragments overall in the entire game. And you have to find every single one to get up to max level. And that's something that I didn't actually like. I wish that they did it like the seeds in the regular game, where there's more than needed and you can miss one in one area and you can still get the full level without then having to look at guides and go through all 50 one by one until you get to the one that you missed. So that's my biggest gripe.
I think that's fair, but at the same time, I think that at level 12, Skadu Tree Fragment, I think that's pretty much there in terms of max level. The gains from every fragment after that are very...
They're small.
It's very small. I loved that the Skadu Tree Fragments carried over from New Game to New Game Plus, New Game Plus 2, blah, blah, blah.
So you don't have to find them every
time? Don't have to re-find them.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here.
Any other thoughts, Steve?
I think the game is stunningly beautiful. From an artwork level, I think that they trumped the base game. I love the world of Elden Ring. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's great. I think it's huge. I think it's cool. It's memorable. But it's quite muted in terms of like color and things like that. And then you land in this shadow realm. You've got these areas that are like covered in gorgeous reds and blue flowers. You've got areas that are like purples and caves, and then you've got the like scary forest, which is all like kind of gold and orange and yellow. And I just thought it was very memorable, absolutely beautiful. I remember the lands of the DLC more than I do of the base game. The music, it's there, plays.
It's nice.
There's just 2 good tracks.
Yeah.
To be fair, one of them is a rip of the main theme, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
In Marika's village, the shaman village, they have a song for it. Unfortunately, I had the music turned off at that point because I wanted to concentrate, and so I just missed that lovely harp song. And the other one is Relana. When you're fighting her, it's this beautiful violin piece.
How can you hear the music when you're cursing at the screen? You bitch! Fucking bitch!
I was quite sad because the kind of loop I would have is that I will fight the boss and then eventually beat the boss, and then I'll look up on YouTube how did other people beat the boss, and kind of you can enjoy it twice. And when I was on YouTube watching, I was like, this song is amazing. Oh, it's so nice. It's like a regal violin track that tells you this is someone important. So yeah, but otherwise it's all just kind of there, but you don't realize you don't really need it.
Yeah.
This is the only game where we'll do a 4-hour deep dive and I'm like, oh, we could have said this. Yeah. Oh, we left this out. Oh, we could talk about that, you know? Sound design. Like, when I was replaying the game, I was now a Dex character, and now sometimes stagger bosses and getting a critical hit in, and the sound design feedback is so satisfying. Like, there's a bass drop and bell ring, like a swirling flame noise, selling the giant fall to the ground, the pullback and the pause, a 2-hit boom, like shing, sharpness telling you you've dealt massive damage, and it's such a confidence boost, you know, pat on the back, well done. I didn't realize this until seeing a different Fromsoft game, but they really nailed it in Elden Ring. So I can give you a bit of quick splicey of different stagger sounds from Fromsoft. Top 10 cool shit from the DLC. Well, as you mentioned there, wow, it is gorgeous. The most colourful locales are in the Shadow Realm. The blue cerulean coast in the south, the red cerulean coast to its west, the purple haunting gloom of St. Trina's Gaff, the sombre brown of the Shadow Altus.
Sombre brown!
And Marika's village, lush green, springtime flowers in full bloom, saddened by its emptiness. Oh, by the way, I love, this is actually point number 2, the golden horseback soldiers guarding Marika's village, because it's supposed to be of, hey, I remember you from the start of the original game. Let's see, it's a showcase of what you've learned since then. I haven't learned a thing. I just went, I got greedy, and he killed me. And I was like, So, anyway, I got you second time, but that's not the point. Miyazaki said the map would be around the size of Limgrave.
He lied.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's such a... His pants are on fire.
Yes. In the best possible way. Like, I love when you get the first Skidoo tree fragment. The map zooms out. Like, okay. A negative is that even in large areas, the map is kind of sparse. Like the Abyssal Woods. There's nothing really going on there.
No, there's nothing going on.
The finger runes.
Yeah. And that looks incredible on the map. What is that? And I was like, you go and you blow the ocarina and then that's it.
I was so disappointed. Like, that area is probably the most disappointing part of the entire game, because I rode through it once and I was like, oh my god, what is this alien land? It kind of made me think of the area in Bloodborne when you fight Amygdala. You know, like just very alien, very, very different, you know?
You love this one because you said that one in the main game as well.
Did I?
Yeah, Amygdala. Is that the same or is that something else?
Yeah,
Okay,
but like that's what it is in the real world, but you know, in the game it's Amygdala. Amygdala.
Okay. But in the positive of the map, it doesn't showcase the verticality of the DLC. Like the Shadow Keep. It's not a keep. This is a huge city with many floors. And like, oh yeah, what's this random ladder over here? That hides hours of exploration.
Yeah.
If you got a random ladder, you know? Oh yeah, if you do the Oh Mother gesture in front of the Marika statue, new area, you know? Okay, sometimes it'll make more sense. Like, you want to get to the dragon area. You don't even know there's a dragon area, but if you pass the Dragon Man's gaff, you can get the rest of it. Yeah, anyway, it's huge and there's a lot of it that you can miss, but they're confident enough in what they're making that it doesn't matter if you miss it because the rest of it's great.
And on my first playthrough, I did miss quite a bit, but one thing I didn't miss, which hasn't been mentioned, is the ride up to BAYLE's lair.
It's incredible.
The red lightning, you pass a lot of, some live dragons and some dead dragons along the way, and you keep going up the wind chutes. I can't remember what they're called.
Spirit Springs.
Excuse me, Steve. You keep going up the Spirit Springs to get to BAYLE, and that whole sequence probably takes about 10 minutes if you're taking your time, and it's wonderful.
Obviously, new weapons and weapon classes. I thought a lot of loot is for intelligence players. Here's Rolana, and it's like, you can't use it against her. Obviously, she's strong to magic. V1, you were using the backhand blades?
Oh, fell in love, lads. Fell in love. So my goal was to try out as many new weapons, get into the systems of the game and, and see how that panned out rather than just blah, blah, blah.
Blasphemous blade.
Which is still fun, But yeah, so like I tried out a lot of weapons. Like I tried Milady.
Yeah, I love Milady. Yeah, it's great.
It's very, very good. The Sword of Night. The Spear of the Impaler. I got into the dry leaf arts because they're so quick that you can inflict things on enemies really quickly and then change to your weapon and then take advantage of that buff,
Are you using dry leaf arts because you were going super kick party?
Then I found the Dancer's Blades and I used them for a while and they're super fun. The Sword Lance. The Carrying Thrusting Shield I used as well. Okay. But specifically for taking on dragons, I loved the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana because it's got an amazing super that just it covers so much distance.
Is that the big pink one though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super nice. But once I found my backhand blades, which wasn't until relatively late in the game, because even though they're right at the start, I just didn't go to that altar because that's to the right. And I saw the castle and I beelined right there. I got them, dual hand them. And it was the first kind of non-special weapon that I used. And so it didn't have a built-in damage type, and so you were able to spec it for specific bosses and put on something that would do you well. So it basically opened me to an entire new way of playing the game and just completely fell in love with them. Oh, they're so good.
Did you go with bleed infusion or
cold was my default. Okay. Once you kind of proc that, then the damage that you can deal is incredible. But then I would change it for different enemies and things like that.
Did you make like Meta put on a big sweater with like 5 head holes in a neck hole?
Yes! Oh no! Oh, yes!
Excellent. Catacombs and caves. I thought Elden Ring did a decent job of making caves feel more unique, more memorable. Like Blue Jar City, Dragon Cave, Forges. In the base game, they're very samey, but I thought they did a great job differentiating them in the DLC.
Issue with Forges, no bosses.
Getcha. But it does have the molten blobs and the golem men, the stone giants or whatever. And one of them, the stone giants, is sitting down and the blob is beside him and it's like a pet dog. He's petting him. Aww. I don't like that large golems have made it into the DLC, but there is one of them that does like a really big Hadouken, and it's like golden circles that goes wah, 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 wah. And if you see
at a doorway.
You're outside and there's like a really long bridge that you have to walk down if you want the next part, and he Hadoukens you.
Yeah.
And if you have a look on like a third person camera, just the length of it's incredible.
This is the furnace golem.
Yes.
The one you're talking about is in the ancient ruins of Rao.
Very good.
So if you keep to the right, you can avoid the Hadouken.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I got 3 more and a bonus. Torrent getting scared in the abyssal woods.
Great.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happened. All you hear is and he disappears. So I actually stopped and looked around, and reloaded.
Yeah, they did such an incredible job of building that place up. They're like people telling you to not go there or to not run or to hide, and then Torrent having absolutely none of it. I was petrified going in. I was like, right, streamers, I'm going to leave it there tonight. I'm not prepared for this at all. I'm not in a mental state for it. And then I went back the next night and I was slightly disappointed because the place is just kind of empty, you know, and there's not much to actually do there.
Did you like the stealth section?
I did. It was great the first time around, but like the 7th or 8th time, you know exactly where to walk or run and you just blast through it.
Excellent. And can you fight when they find you?
I mean, you can fight them, but you have to parry, and the parry window was really small, so I didn't bother.
So some kind of buckler shield and golden parry, perhaps?
Carry and retaliation is the best, I find. But I certainly fucking did parry one of them to get the Agent 1's exaltation talisman, which is incredibly useful.
Okay. The realization that the jar people in the main game, they are terrifying beings of congealed horror in the DLC.
Like, we knew that, and we talked about that in our Elden Ring
because they share
review.
The remains of warriors and put them inside themselves into a nice stew to make themselves stronger.
But seeing it is so much worse than what I thought it was going to be.
Because you get to see them in various states of molting. That they'll run up for this like brain, what would you call it? Flesh running at you. These
They're quite clitoral.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, we got 2 more. To get the St. Trina's gaff, the leap of faith down into it. It happens a few times in the game. This is the main one. It's such a cool way to enter a boss arena. Like usually you just go through a pissy fog door.
Yeah.
You know? But wow. Is there anything kind of cool like that in other FromSoft games?
Bloodborne into the lake is the only one that I can really think of.
Is that like a reverse Vampiro where he just goes, holds his nose and goes into the lake?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
It's a big jump, like.
There's another one in before you face Ancient Dragon Man in Shadow of the ErdTree.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near as cool as the Trescent Night one that you have to do.
Yeah. And number 10, Miquella's gimmick of fighting in general is through non-combat, i.e. entrancing, enthralling, bewitching, make you fall in love with him as he'll guide you through a 1,000-year voyage of compassion. And it's just, that's so cool, as opposed to, I'm going to get you and, pew, 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 and blind you. It's like, no, I will love you and lull you into sleep, and that's how I'm going to get you. You know, it's just so cool. And a bonus one in the Shadow Keep. Oh, Miyazaki, big massive stone feet that you have to jump on. You sneaky go fecker, you. All right, I have additions to Top 10 Enemies That Can Fuck Off DLC edition.
Oh, pure DLC edition. Okay.
Number 5.
It's kind of a lumpy all-in honourable mention. Jerks that made it from the main game. Giant golem archers who have made it into the realm of shadow. But listen, we've been around the block. I know what's coming. Rot dogs, or their versions, have made it there too. I've made peace with them. Ulcerated tree spirits and general giant twisty cuntaroos.
Number 4.
That one red hood knight that hits you with the lava rain cloud when you have to kind of run and hide under the bush shelter for a bit, you know?
Salsa, I think he's called.
Salsa?
Salsa. But I also, you know that you can ride torrent along there. So,
but you're still getting a few blips.
No, you can speed through on torrent. You're fine.
Really?
Yeah, I only found that out.
That must be in the patched version. I was like, well, I want to think, how come weapons are cooler on the bosses than when you get
I
them?
know, every fucking time.
That's just a game gimmick, isn't it? Yeah.
Unbelievable. But there's only one dude once, so number 4.
Number 3.
Black Knights. who have Radagon's hammer gimmick. One of them even has a 2-hit ground area of effect attack. It's no, that is a boss move. You're not allowed it, mate. You're too common. Stop it.
Number 2.
Circus Discus Lads. The Curse Blade.
Oh, they're dicks.
Get the boat.
Little hoppy motherfuckers.
Every time you see them, it's the most inopportune time. And they're like constant flips and twists. And they're just on you.
And I killed so many of them because I heard that their version of the backhand blades are great.
No.
And I never got it.
They're useless.
I never got it.
And they give you like 80 cents or something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Steve, you didn't miss anything.
Don't even get your bus fare home on.
Like, well done for being insanely ripped. They are tanks with huge HP, but they only drop like, oh, here's a loincloth. Here's my stinky loincloth. 3% of the time.
They're quite Sekiro-ish.
Yeah, they're like the centipede in Sekiro is just like yeah.
And
Number 1.
diddler worms that stun lock you into the place in the finger dune areas.
Oh yes, Jay, you are spot on.
They're so accurate from so far out.
Yeah.
I think it's the helplessness. Seconds feel like hours as you try in vain to struggle out, just in time to be hit by another one. Another stun lock. I hate you.
I was thinking, if you're a hitless runner, say you're doing an all bosses run, that must be hell on earth trying to avoid that purple shite in the finger runes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Excellent, sir. Just a quick, indulge me with a quick, my top 10 toughest bosses before I go into the New Game Plus set.
Okay.
OC's top 10 toughest bosses. Number 10.
Divine Beast Dancing Lion in the Ancient Runes of Rao because of the...
Got the blight.
He spawns basilisks that spawn Death Blight, which is terrifying and will kill you instantly if the bar reaches the top.
Yep. Number 9.
Lamenter in one of the jails. So this is the guy that he spawns clones of himself periodically, and you have to kill them all or do enough damage to the real Lamenter. If not, you get these little debuffs swirling around your head, and if you get 7 of them, instant death.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If you fail it 7 times, you're for it, mate.
Number 8.
Romina, Saint of the Bud, and that was purely because of my New Game Plus 1, my first run in Shadow of the ErdTree. She was the only one that really gave me a lot of trouble, other than Consort Radan, but I don't know what it was about her. I think mainly her rolling move just catches me all the time.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I think I was just like, oh my god, I'm in this place with like flowers and greenery. I was like, I'm just going to go flame.
Yeah.
And yeah, like 2 or 3 goes and I beat her. So yeah, she didn't give me much trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. I was lucky.
I can tell you didn't use Blasphemous Blade on her.
No, sir.
Because she has no answer. And I go in. She does have a very cool boss design. This kind of bipedal, bi-centipede kind of thing. After Mesmer destroyed the land, Romina discovered some fancy goo in the church and was able to weave it into scarlet rot. Other people call out to the goddess of rot, and she answers. So she's not the goddess of rot, but like the steward of rot. She's the Denethor of rot.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Nice, very nice.
Number 7.
Commander Gaius, and it's mainly because of that one charge he does at you. He does it right at the beginning of the boss fight, and if he gets distance from you, it doesn't have to be, it could be the distance between me and you, Steve, right now at this table, and he'll charge at you. You need to stay on him at all times.
He's a dick. I had a lot of trouble with him.
At least they fixed it on future patches that he starts from far out. Because initially he was just, I'm on you as soon as you go in. And it's like, I'd like to glug. No. How dare you try to glug when you're in the boss arena?
Number 6.
Jory Elder Inquisitor. So this is the boss at the end of the Darklight catacombs before you get into the Abyssal Woods. And he spawns a load of ads.
Is he on YouTube and he really wants that money?
And like some of them spew fire, but it's the main big boy bouncy guy that just, he will crash down on your head from out of fucking nowhere. So, and then Jory will keep teleporting away from you. So it's incredibly difficult to get damage on him.
More annoying than it is difficult.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the answer is backstabs. You just keep circling around him and backstab him, but that's easier said than done.
Okay.
Number 5.
Relana Twin Moon Knight. In all of my playthroughs, I could not get the hang of her.
Yep.
Ever. She's so fast and like these endless combos she comes out with, never got the hang of her.
Outside of the final boss, without question, the hardest for me. Probably 30 deaths.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love Relana. Not the fighter, Jesus, that's not fun.
The rider.
Like when when I saw her, I went in, saw the name, and I thought, is this the end of DLC? That's what it feels like. But yes, she is related to Renala, the Queen of Carrion Manor. It's her sister who renounced her royal position to follow Mesmer. Her weapon, the Twin Blades Greatsword, is a testament to her dual lineage, her two histories, the moon and the fire together. And I was like, where's your cutscene? How dare you not have a cutscene? And the ones you do get are kind of, I've already made these models, and so we just put them on a black background. It's like, get to work, lads.
Serious lack of cutscenes in the game.
Yeah.
I tried, when I saw her, I was like, okay, hey, I've got a milady and I've got my wing stance. Yeah, let's duel. I'm no good. Just terrible idea. My parry is too slow. So I respect from intelligence into dex for this one. And I was like, I wonder how Renala would feel if I told her the respec is to try kill her sister. Anyway. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's actually a funny...
Yeah.
You know what? She probably wouldn't care because she left her, right? She wouldn't be a fan of you.
Yeah, I don't think they're in direct competition, or I don't think they're foes.
Yeah,
she wouldn't embrace me as a Culver if I told her I was trying to stick your sister.
Number 4.
Leda and her allies. I'm including this as a boss. It's torture. So
the old war games.
War games. Well, if you're a little bitch, but so if you don't,
did you just make enemies of everyone in the game? Was it 6-on-1?
It was 5-on-1. Yeah. If you don't do quest lines properly, you get Redmane Freya, Hornsent, and more joining the fight. You will always already have Dryleaf Dane and Leda regardless. So it could end up being 1v5, which I did in my New Game Plus 2 playthrough.
Wow.
And just because I wanted to. And I had to basically cheese it with Mogwin's Sacred Spear, the Blood Flame ritual.
Yeah.
And I survived with 1 HP in a dream.
Wow.
Never again. In all subsequent playthroughs, I did those quest lines properly, so I only had to fight Dryleaf Dane and Leda. And I always summoned Natan as well, because fuck that fight. You can also get Thialier, but I'd never bother doing his quest line other than once. So Natan is your never seen him before or since guy that you can summon.
Okay.
To help you.
Leda, she's very standoffish. And as soon as Mesmer's spell breaks when you get far enough into the game, she's already, I wonder which one of our friends I should knock off. So you're going to have to fight her. So I was fine with that. Dryleaf, I tried talking to him at the start of the game. He just sandbagged me. I was like, fair enough, I'll be on my way. But I was devastated having to fight more because he's such a nice guy and he's always looking to other people for what he should do. Seems quite innocent. And I have to put you down. You know, I have to get on my horse and look at you on the ground. In the back of the head. That's the end of him. Yeah. So I was devastated about that. Yeah.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Number 2.
Mesmer. An absolutely wonderful boss fight, but incredibly hard. And one of the bosses that I actually had to learn. You know, a lot of the bosses, I had a good enough build or a good enough weapon that I could brute force my way through. With Mesmer in my New Game +2 playthrough, I used the Venomous Fang. I just found him so tough. He's so fast. And I couldn't get the hang of him. But eventually I did, and incredibly rewarding.
I have to say, Fromsoft, especially in this DLC, even more than Elden Ring, they are testing the limits of what could be considered an acceptable reflex time. And if you combine that with bullshit particle physics, so it's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh yeah, and I can cancel in the middle of it just in case you thought about moving. It's a nice Crimson Flask you have. Just drink, go on, try it. Boosh. Just slap it out of your hand. Thanks for... you're trying to get a bit of health, and it just...
I remember reading that was something that they specifically programmed into the game, that taking your flask would trigger the bosses.
Like, it's literally input reading.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need help beating me, sir.
It's like the way they want you to handle it is you need to dodge, get an opening, and only then can you either attack or heal.
Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't walk away and heal. No, you need to use an opening for that.
Oh yeah, attack once, by the way. You're not allowed to... Yeah. He can make a mistake. You can only hit him once. You can't punish him, do you know? I do love his get-up in general. He's very cool. You could definitely put him on the poster of the DLC, which they do. So Mesmer, Queen Marika's son, was born with a snake curse called the Abyssal Serpent within him, which was sealed inside him by his mother. His fake eye is the Source Seal. She's greedy, so it also protects her reign, as it'd make him very powerful. Phase 2 cutscene where he plucks out his own eyeball unleashes the curse within him. And that curse is bullshit multi-attacks and lightning particle physics. Can I just give you a quick honorable mention? The golden hippo at the Shadow Keep. First of all, who put a boss dungeon at the start of a dungeon?
Because that's a boss fight right after a boss fight.
I just legged it past Burning Man. You know, I want to explore. Anyway, you know, when I was playing this and I was dying over and over, and it's just like, Joey can hear me swearing at the TV from 2 rooms over. And I'm like, I assure you, I'm enjoying myself. I'll tell you what, actually, because you live stream this on Twitch. So, you know, I go into the chat and I'm like pulling for the bosses, obviously. Come on, go on. Watching him learn Elden Ring DLC, it was the Dancing Lion. You know, the Dancing Lion has multiple attacks with different timing, and he like swirls and jumps up and bang, bang. And like, you know, you die once and you're like, oh, okay. And then you go in. And then I see you learning to dodge on the fly on your second time. It's like, oh, that's a bit different. It's like, fuck you, Steve. You're too good at this game.
He's on a different level.
Yeah. I hate you guts.
He's a prick.
How is OOC going to beat him? Probably sleep pots.
I just want to mention the Ancient Dragon Man, which is such a hilarious name to begin with. So, and then it's like, what does a Dragon Man look like? It's like a dude with a cosplay hat on him. It's like hilarious. But I had my Wave of Gold on, and so I come into the arena, and he's like, whoa! Whoa!
Yes,
it was great. I had a great fun with him. So.
Yeah, he's not much of a challenge, really. But you just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I got greedy and died, obviously. But, you know, on the second turn, I was like, okay, I can't.
It's no surprise to anyone that number 1 is Consort Radahn, the final boss in the game. I beat him In my first 2 playthroughs, pre-nerf. So this is New Game Plus 5, so it's post-nerf. And babies, the only way I could do it, and my God did I do it, is parry.
Parry?
Yeah. This is beautiful.
So how are you parrying here?
So I'm using Carrion Retaliation on the brass shield. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but...
Shut it down.
Bushy would be fucking disgusted with you.
So it's this move here. You see, you need to run sideways.
Yeah.
You need to run to the left.
And jump.
And
you probably don't need to jump, but I always jump.
I usually jump. Don't get too close because that move will kill you right there. This one I love to punish. And now, lovely parry.
What?
Lovely parry.
What
Oh,
the
you
stick?
got frost on.
What's your
yes.
beating stick here that you...
It's just a misery chord.
But you've got the crag gimmick on it
I
where
got the
it's
crag
coated
blade.
in rock.
Yeah. Okay, so here
Oh, okay, let's see what you do here. Phase 2.
I just try
Wow, you
and-
can block.
You can block.
Wow.
But I put on Lord's
Been
Divine
handy.
Fortification, which negates a hell of a lot of holy damage.
This is the difference between pre-nerf and post-nerf.
Yeah. Oh man, the parries. I just couldn't get the timing there. Lovely roll away.
See, he wants to hug and make friends.
Shit.
Oh, he's getting a few. Oh, we're close. He let you take a swiggity
I
old
know.
blast. Lovely, lovely. Only the finest panic rolling for OSW.
Look at how much health he still has.
I know.
It's such bullshit.
This is insane.
This is so you're saying that this is post nerf, yeah?
This is
so
post-nerf.
what did the nerf do? Because the version of him that I had in my head, he doesn't give you this much time. It doesn't seem.
Yes, and his string of attacks are less. Do you know, because
Okay.
he used to do like 4 attacks in a row. It's like 1 or
okay.
2. And the other one is they've toned down the particle physics so you can actually fucking
You can actually see what's going on.
But they didn't nerf the hair.
The hair only Hulk Hogan would wish he had.
Oh, Steve!
The parry.
It's fucking hot, man.
It's not perfect, but it's as good as I'm gonna do.
This is bloody endurance.
It's the imperfections that make things perfect.
Oh, I love you, Steve. You're so kind. See, if Steve, I was practicing this for hours. By the way,
Kindly Stevela.
He'd practice this for half an hour and have all the parries down.
And so the way you beat him, I was saying that I had to come up with a completely different tactic to beat him. I was wondering if the tactic that you used was similar to mine. No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
go
completely
on.
different.
What did you have?
So my general game plan was backhand blades. And because I didn't have the ability to block, I would use my talismans to load up on, like this will lower physical damage. This will lower holy damage, And then that just flat out did not work because he could still just damage me so much that 2 or 3 hits and I'm dead, okay? And I wasn't parrying, I didn't have a shield. So I eventually went for the fingerprint shield.
Yep.
Whacked that up to level 25.
Yep.
Made that holy damage. I got a sword lance.
Pokey.
And wondrous physic. And I put on the Sekiro gimmick, which lets you be able to perfect time blocks.
Oh, yes.
And so because he was so fucking aggressive and he doesn't give you any time at all, Steve, beautiful.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Well,
magnificent.
That was also an endurance run.
Yeah.
Like, you've proved you can do it.
Yeah, you're showing your build. I love it.
Yeah, I do that.
I love it.
I don't actually. Did I show it properly? I was just. I'm showing it here.
There we go.
Yeah. Some
Nice.
cold misery cord, brass shield, and big chunky armor.
Big chunky armor, dragon crest. Oh, you're getting them runes, baby.
Yeah, but I switched.
Golden braid is great for this fight as well.
Definitely. I hot swapped at the end
I
there.
had golden braid. Yeah, so anyway, I would use my shield and the Sekiro crazy blocking stuff.
Yeah.
And anytime there was an opening, I just poked.
I never got the hang of the Sekiro tech. So I
It's
a
a game changer.
I tried.
Oh my god.
Couldn't do it.
It completely changes Elden Ring.
I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
And it lasts for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my god, my hand was killing me after it because you're just constantly doing that.
Do you have an award for lamest boss in the DLC?
Oh, it's him.
No, like he's an asshole. That's way too
he's-
hard. and
he's
yeah. Is the Skidoo Tree avatar?
I actually like that fight.
It's like because all I hear is like in the background is big brass boom 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 boom. Cuphead's that way, dickhead. But it's like you beating up on a tree. It's like, who am I, Mark Wahlberg? And you have to do it like 3 times, and he kind of scoots away. At you. I thought, I was like, that was so not cool.
But when I figured out that when you get him to the end of each health bar, if you go in and you get the critical hit, when he comes back in his final form, he's got less health, which is very nice.
Yeah, you need to get that critical hit. Excellent, sir.
So now it's time for your murder warrant.
Curse you, BAYLE! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh. BAYLE the Dread, you shall haunt me no longer.
It's your murder warrant.
So here we go. New game +7 bosses showcase. All these challenge runs all have self-imposed rules. You'll see.
I love this. It's the only game in history where people demand to make their own rules in order for it to be a fair win.
Yeah. Bushy does it. Little Aggie does it. They all do it. Gino Machino.
OSC.
All right. I must beat all DLC Remembrance bosses plus BAYLE, because he's not technically a Remembrance boss, but he's one of the big ones.
Cool.
In under 60 seconds. So that's going from HB bar full to HB bar 0.
Okay.
It's not from walking into the boss arena.
Yeah.
Okay. It's from first hit to death.
Okay. So if you want to spend 20 seconds setting up something that doesn't, it's just from once you connect.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we're talking new game +7 boss health bars, right? So this meant basically I was prioritizing attack power over defense. So I basically neglected defense mostly and just went all out fucking attack. Right? So I have to use a different weapon or spell for each boss.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new rule. Okay.
Now, I was massively disappointed in myself that I broke it a couple of times, which you'll see.
Okay.
I'm not going back and doing it again, but I was. This is it. This is as good as I can do.
Sorry, Steve. How long have you spent on Elden Ring?
700 hours.
That's great.
Okay. That's insane.
I genuinely thought it would have been more.
Yeah.
Could have learned a few languages in that time.
Because I played Destiny 1 when it came out for years, and I got 1,500 hours in that, which is the most I've ever played any game ever. I don't think I'll ever top it. But Destiny, your runs got more progressively faster and focused, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Exploration was done. I was beelining it.
Yeah, okay.
I also threw in a few of the main game bosses, but I didn't have the different weapon or spell requirement for them, but I did have the 60-second requirement
So what's
for
the
them.
blasphemous blade count here?
0. Before, I just want to give a shout out, because, YouTubers and all that. Yui, he's even better than Rusty in terms of best spell / weapon ranking. He's amazing. Trev the Dev, Gev, and Cell, they all gave me ideas for buffing routines.
And they all rhyme.
Yes. I know. Highly recommend this video, and I put the link here, included in the description if you wouldn't mind. It's a 26-minute video by Ain Run. He's a challenge runner. And beating Elden Ring's DLC with 1 melee hit. Now, this is on New Game, but still, it's unbelievable, some of his buffing routines. I love buffing routines, and my God, he's something else. Bushy did a one-shot video also, but he used the cheese, the Rolling Sparks cheese.
Oh, yes.
I was like, that's so fucking cheap.
I'm so happy he recorded that time in history where you could do that, like the pre-nerf. I was so sad. I loved my rolling sparks. It was so funny. You go up to people psh, on the ground. It's like you to throw down a stink bomb at them. It's so good.
Stink bomb.
Recently, though, Bushy did go back and one-shot every single boss in the main game and DLC, but he used both melee and magic. But it's a 5-hour video. Highly recommend it. I watched it in over 5 nights, but it's
you watched it in exactly 2.5 hours.
No, I watched it actually at one-time speed.
Wow,
I did.
Wow,
I loved it. We're going for New Game Plus 7 Radabeast. So I'm just starting where we finished the last time.
So we're going to see the difference between like a genuine, I have to get good to fight him to
let's kill him as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Okay, OSC, New Game Plus 7, Radabeast, playing in 3, 2, 1.
And in we go. So the weapons I'm using here are the Bandit's Curved Sword for Radagon. So we're doing jumping attacks. Look at the fucking damage.
Oh my god.
There's me being caught with a heal. That was poor on my part, but he'll be dead soon.
Woo! Very nice.
Now we switch to Lusat's staff and go Shard Spiral with Contagious Fury. Now, I've given myself 1 minute for each of them, by the way, because they have their own health bar.
Oh,
look at this! 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
That's
1,000 damage.
Now, unfortunately, I got scared here. I could have killed him now. I could have fucking killed him, but I got scared.
Look at him! Post-patch over here with Torrent. So yeah, it was right on along. You should have been able to bring Torrent along to this fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's really cool to see. Look at him. He is bombing it with a sliver of XP.
Shit himself.
You. Look at him here.
He literally
he really wants to stay.
One hit.
He wants to wait till 61 seconds. Very good, Stephen.
I'm disappointed. So we can move on. I did well, but I could have got him first time.
Yeah.
Okay, next can we do New Game Plus 7 Golden Hippo, please?
Golden Hippo. Texture like hippo.
Golden Hippo. Okay, OSC, New Game Plus 7, Golden Hippo, play in 3, 2, 1, bang! Whoa. There we go, Madness is procced.
We got Contagious Fury again from the Jellyfish Shield. We're going to do Jay's favourite, Terra Magica.
Look at him here with his magic build. He's joined the Coward Society.
I'm embarrassed. Look at the damage. Look at the fucking damage. That's nearly 50,000.
Wow, fantastic. Beautiful, sir.
Golden Hippo's down. Next, please. We're going.
Just tell the president of the USA about it. Golden Hippo.
We got him.
Right, can we do Meteor, please?
Okay, OSC, New Game Plus 7, Meteor, Mother of Fingers. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we'll keep the buffing routine in this. So yeah, we start off with Howler Shabriri just to build up our madness, not to proc it. Notice I'm wearing Azur's crown as well, which will buff Comet Azur. Notice we've got the Madding Hand that I mentioned earlier on.
Here we go.
So we're going to do Terra Magica. We've already got Contagious Fury, and we're going to try Comet Azur. We're going to drink the Cerulean Hidden Tier to keep our FP going permanently.
Hadouken! Oh my god, look at it!
And I fucked up. I fucked up.
Oh, you didn't die!
There we go. You're getting greedy. Look at this, even less XP than Radavi's there.
It was massively disappointing. I should have let myself die and go back and do that again. I panicked and said, no, I got to kill my night comet, and I shouldn't have done it.
By the way, just met her mother of fingers, mother of all two fingers, and the finger creeper spider yolks that roam the land. She would have received signs from the greater will from beyond the microcosm, but the signs have now gone silent. I.e., the greater will is God. All this time we're getting guidance from the two fingers to tell us where to go in the main game. It was from Metter, just winging it, because she hasn't heard back from the greater will. So I just thought that was a nice bit of...
It amazes me. What you're saying makes no sense. But like, people can get enjoyment from the lore of these games.
I'm scraping the barrel with the DLC. There's like, rubbing two pieces of parchment together. Anyway, yes.
Just to mention a bit of fun with Comet Azure in the base game. So if you just splice in quickly, Moog, Commander Neo, Beast Clergyman and Godfrey, they're all there. New game +7. I would like a...
Oh, okay.
You know? So next one, we want to look at those Midra, please. So the plan here is, this is the smart bit.
Oh my god, he couldn't even...
Put Terra Magica down here, because this is where Midra will spawn.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Then you sprint over to him and he's in the magic. He's in Terra Magica, and now go at him.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
And
you almost got you.
The damage that you take is insane.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got to kill them straight away. And
you can't be letting them
unfortunately,
live.
and then I panicked again. That's why I'm showing these fights at the start, because I'm so unhappy. I should have just again died and gone back and done it again.
This guy has such amazing range on his poking broom. There we go, we got him. I do feel somewhat bad for him. He's the Lord of Frenzied Flame, but he's not Elden Lord. So he's still like, feet on the ground looking up at the stars.
Yeah, yeah.
And your old man sitting down there, he has the coolest boss design because he has the sword that's in his head.
Yeah.
And it's his ribs
coming
out, and he's like, pulling it out. Is a very cool design.
It's super.
Yeah, it was. He's great fun as a boss fight.
Yeah.
But I'm really disappointed with that one. So I used the digger spell. No, sorry, rock blaster.
Yeah.
Rock Blaster.
Rock blaster. Okay, next one, dancing lion, please.
D for dancing lion.
And we're going all the way. Don't need to look at the buffing routine. This is not my favorite fight, and I'm using Burno Flame in this fight, which is heavily RNG dependent.
This guy is so weak to fire.
He is. I found the lightning phase incredibly tough with the dancing lion.
Whoa!
25,000.
And that wasn't even that great. And look at me panicking here. He didn't even hit him. I didn't even hit him. Like 25.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's the lightning phase, dude.
Such a cool boss design on this guy as well.
It is.
Like, because you wouldn't know it until you start
Another
playing
boss
it.
that feels Sekiro.
He is.
Yeah.
Is it because he's defying gravity? Like, because it's two lads in the kind of Chinese dragon?
Yeah, like, it's more that he's just so clearly, Asian inspired,
Yeah.
Smashed.
I got hit so many times. It's not I have that. The ones I'm not happy with, you can see on the spreadsheet, I put them in red. That was one of the ones I wasn't happy with.
By the way, it's taken,
12
years, but Steve has broke out the spreadsheets.
I got the spreadsheet.
The win-loss record. Look at Hogan over here.
Next one, Ramana, please.
Ramana sounds a bit Star Trek.
Romina?
Put me down for Romina.
Okay. For Romina, we're going with Black Flame. Do we do any hot swapping for Romina? We do a little bit of hot swapping. So here I'm using Midra's Flame of Frenzy to get my madness up really high, because look how quick you get the bar up. Because I want to proc madness, but I want to proc it with Howler Shabriri. So we're using Golden Bow as usual. Now we'll do Hell, and then we'll proc Madness. So we'll get the buffs from that.
Steve, what was that hot swap game on the N64? Was it like Banjo-Tooie or Banjo-Kazooie, maybe? You could play as an extra character if you loaded up one game, pulled out the cartridge and put in another one.
Oh, I've no idea.
Okay, I'll put it on screen and just annoy Stephen. Romina,
Right,
she's loving the bud.
This is not a great fight, but I went with Black
Jesus!
Flame.
Oh, 12,000 and rising.
She's weak to fire, obviously. I don't like how she stalls. Like, this is pure stalling. You need to get out of there or you're gonna die.
Has a beautiful lob there.
Yeah.
Gob.
It's a very beautiful fight.
It really
Like I do like those butterflies. A bit of come a lady, come a lady.
Yeah,
butterfly, sugar, baby.
You notice a lot of my buffs have run out at this stage. This move,
Hey.
man. I cannot dodge this fucking move.
The Homer donut roll has made it into the DLC as well.
It is.
One last pop.
There we go.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I wouldn't be calling her a legend now. Come on.
Next one, please, is Relana. And this is my little...
I can't wait to see this one, actually. Castellensis.
Okay, so for this, if you noticed, I'm using the fingerprint stone shield because I'm going to pokey.
You're going to give her a quick poke.
I am scared of her.
So this tactic is how I finally beat Consort Radan.
Yeah. So the usual kind of buffy stuff. Howl, proc madness, get the 2 buffs from that. Well, 3 with the aged one's exaltation. Now, I'm using Scholar's Shield. Refill the FP. I'm using Scholar's Shield to increase my guard break. We're going to do a bit of Cragblade for this one. And we're going to poke.
Okay, going through the piss filter. Here we go.
Look how easy it is when you do this. By the way, you can use this for everything.
Oh yeah! Oh my goodness!
Look
I'm
at my
loving this.
stamina. Look how much stamina I have.
Incredible! Oh, she must be so annoyed at you. You know.
Poke.
I love. Oh, how cool is that?
Poke. Dead.
Beautiful.
She wanted a chaste and a true fight against a worthy knight, and it's like, nah, just gotta poke you.
I mean, and you can use that for every single boss in the game, as you found with Consort Radan.
Yeah.
Okay, next, please, can we have the Scadutree avatar?
Your favorite.
No need to show buffs for this. That'll do.
Madness is procced.
Now, this is the weapon for this fight. It's the Cranial Vessel Candle Stand, but it's the weapon skill. I know.
I love.
Is this the way you
stand.
just plant it down as all flamies?
Yes, the Surge of Fate skill.
Nice jump.
Ding, ding, ding,
Lovely.
Ding, ding, do, 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 do.
Watch this. Just look at this.
Wow!
You
didn't have 15,000 to get hit with.
So I went for the thing.
Stick up.
And notice I'm using Rallying Standard and Flame Grant Me Strength for this because he's weak to fire and I've got time to use Rallying Standard. I only need 30 seconds. Now I love this. This phase is really good. Look at that. Look at that. And then...
Because you got him right in the face.
I did. And that's the end of phase 2.
I love the giant spoot.
And we're going phase 3.
And it's like, how did you beat this thing? It's a flower.
We're going Rallying Standard, Flame Grant Me Strength again. Cranial Vessel Candle Stand. And this is my mistake. I'm annoyed.
You let the wind get to you.
I'm annoyed. And here again. So I got this in 59 seconds. This is so close.
Oh, that damage.
That was incredible. He turned the tide there because he was trying to get back.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh wow, see your blood's still ticking down there. Your HP.
Yeah, that's the blood-sucking crack tier. Okay, now we are on the really good stuff now.
The really good stuff.
We're going Gaius, please.
This dick.
madness is procced.
Lovely. I'm using the Euphoria for this fight because it's a holy weapon and Gaius is weak to holy. And the Euphoria Vortex skill. Oh, by the way, before we
it's the one
start
where you
that,
just like go, you do the old spinneroonie, is it?
yeah, exactly. Now, this is the way to dodge this.
Beautiful.
Wow.
By the way, I didn't know that he was weak to holy, and then I randomly decided that maybe a good weapon to use would be the sacred sword, and Wave of Gold was amazing.
Yeah, I did that in one of the runs. So here, you notice that my weapon is shiny now. I've hit him enough times that
You've built it up.
I built up this Euphoria Vortex. So my hope was...
Coming Euphoria! Nice.
My hope was to kill him with that, and I kept trying and I couldn't do it. So I just eventually said, fuck you, I'm just gonna kill you this way.
Yeah, one more and you get old Ganon here on his horse.
So I was... I wanted to kill him with the Euphoria Vortex.
You still made him your bitch, though.
I did that was a good fight. It was a solid fight. Okay, Putrescent Knight. Now this is fun. We got a bit of hot swapping here.
Okay.
So here we're going to do a bit of hot swapping, and we got time for hot swapping because we got a long drop. So we can do hot swapping on the drop.
That's hilarious.
Right. So here we got, again, blood sucking.
Swapping on the drop down to the boss arena.
There we go. We got blood sucking cracked here with the holy shrouding cracked here, I'm assuming. The usual, we're going to proc some madness. We're going to use the black dumpling helmet. Going to use Howler Shabriri now. We got the madding hand there. What else? Now I'm getting deadly poison spray ready because I want to proc poison when I'm down there. So now we're going to hot swap. We're going to change to the Mushroom Crown and change to the Kindred of Rot's Exaltation talismans. Now when we're down here, we're going to use Deadly Poison Spray to proc poison on ourselves. Poison. Now once we've done that, we can swap to Contagious Fury for the Jellyfish Shield. Now watch this. Land of Shadow. It's a holy damaging spell or incantation. We do really good damage.
Nice.
But this is the fun bit. Watch this. Now we can use Light of Mikla, raise ourselves off the floor while he's doing his flame bullshit. Do it again.
Wow, look at that.
Now he's dead.
Look at your health, though.
Oh, I'm dead, but he's dead.
Yeah.
So
a nil all throw.
I win.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Once it pops up, that was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You raise me up.
That was one of my
Commissioner
favorites.
Slaughter comes out and he demands an overtime, I think.
No, I won. He's dead. So I got his remembrance. Now, we're going Mesmer. This is actually perfect.
Okay.
This is actually perfect. I fucking nail it. So here, we're going to use Seppuku to get our health down. Not to proc bleed to get any buffs. I need to get my health down. Right? Do we do one more or do I just go? Okay, next. So we're going to build up a bit of madness in preparation for Howler Shabriri.
What does lowering your health
I'll show you. Okay, that's ideal. That takes perfection to get that low. Now we're going to do Bloodsucking Cracked here.
See your health ticking away there?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I want. Golden Bow.
Yeah, you can see it battling, going left, right, left, right, left, right.
Howler Shabriri. Now.
Oh my goodness.
Now.
Now's the time to
Shriek
start.
of Sorrow. Now I can get my health back up. Shriek of Sorrow gives me, I think it's like plus, I can't remember how much damage for if you're below 30% health on both of those weapons, the Cross Naginata. Now watch this.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
And he went for the grab. Thank you very much, Mesmer.
Oof.
Second phase.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did a fucking
Great
jump
time.
and everything.
That's beautiful, man. It's perfection.
Yeah.
That is perfection.
Go home to your mama.
He just
Marika.
got mesmerized.
So yeah, that Shriek of Sorrow is an Ash War you buff your weapon, but you need low health in order to get the maximum buff out of it.
Yeah. You guys don't appreciate how difficult Mesmer is. He is BS. So that was incredible.
Thank you, sir. Consort Radan, we're leaving a special one till the end.
Okay.
So we got two left. Consort Radan. Now we're using the god skin peelers for this fight and a jumping attack build. So notice the armor I'm wearing increases. It's the Gravebird Black Quill armor. It increases your jump attacks.
Looks like Lyra Valkyra.
Is that the one with a big cock on her back?
No. Megan Vane.
Yeah.
Can't believe no one didn't notice it before.
I feel like she's just trying to power through. I've already paid for it, so, you know. Or just get some little gold droplets at the top. And some hairs emanating from the base of the crown.
So we're going Shriek of Sorrow here again. We're going to do a bit of hot swapping. So we're going to proc bleed. I'm assuming going to proc bleed on Consort Radahn. That health needs to go
God.
up. Now go through the boss fog. Let's do one more bit of hot swapping. There we go. Now, this ain't going to take long.
There you go.
It's all about bleed procs and jumping attacks.
Oh, you hit like 4 times on the way down there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Radahn!
This 1,000-year voyage is going to end pretty quick.
We'll swap to the Dagger Raptor of the Mists to get iframes for his big explosion. And I fucked up.
Oh no!
No, I didn't die. But it's not the point.
You're just getting a kiss.
It was just for a kiss for luck.
Yeah.
From an 8-year-old boy. Well done. That's amazing.
Boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was disappointed. Look, it's done. And it was
It's
quick.
the beautiful Timotei hair.
That's
you know?
it.
Right.
And going sockless as well. Time to get some fucking socks on.
Our last one, our old friend, Melania.
Oh, well, okay.
And this one, lads. This is how you do Melania. Right. All the
Madness
usual
props.
buffs. This time, we're going to start off with Flame of the Fell God and use the Giant Seal. I can't remember the exact name of it to boost that. And we're going to use Flame of the Fell God in the first place to knock her down, and then we're going to do some big damage on her. Right? So she's not... Oh!
Big ginger ball.
Oh! Yeah, now you're down. Now we switch to Unendurable Frenzy and...
Oh my god. You just bummed her against the wall here.
Yes.
Buy her a spice bag first, mate.
We need Clarifying Boluses to take down our Madness Bar, because we doing it again.
Is there not an explosion? There was just no explosion.
Yeah, there was. I just dodged
that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're beating up on this poor paraplegic here. Missing a left arm and a right leg and a left boob. You're just going in here. What happened to DEI?
I got a bit hit there, I'm not gonna lie. And then I start fucking around. Come on. Here we go. Let's just
Did
finish
you get
her.
cocky?
I wanted
Or
to
did you panic?
I wanted to throw a sleep pod at her, but I didn't actually need it in the end. Yeah. Done.
Beautiful.
Well done.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed that.
And that is my New Game Plus 7 Bosses Showcase.
And that is Elden Ring.
And that is Elden
There's
Ring.
your sleep pot as well.
I threw a sleep pod.
Yay. But do you have any gestures, poses that you do after you beat a boss?
No, I just like to look at the camera.
I
Yeah.
also do that.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because my favourite is the la 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 la. when you do a little twirl. Because I find it the most insulting.
Right.
Excellent, sir.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Well done. Any parting words?
We shall. Now I'm hoping you'll release this before Nightreign.
Yeah, I think you can count out maybe the week off when I shit my pants. All right,
Yeah.
show it out.
But let's reconvene for Nightreign, lads, and we're going to have some fun with that
Oh yeah.
as a team.
I'm looking forward to it.
So if you watch this and you're still with us, if you are considering playing Elden Ring for first timers, Elden Ring can be the best value video game you ever buy. You can spend, obviously, how long did you spend on this one?
700 hours, Jay.
Oh my god. And like, think about all the time you spent researching and watching YouTube videos about it.
Another 700 hours.
Many hundreds, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yes, Elden Ring is devastatingly hard. Succeeding means having suitable defenses, buffs and such. Having viable weapons requires pattern recognition, knowledge of opponents, knowledge of your own arsenal, and performing those moves at a precise pace. Like, there is no way a person with regular life responsibilities at work and home could test, hone, and perfect this by themselves. The game expects you to look up guides. However, Elden Ring is accessible, unlike Mario. If you can't do Mystery House Marathon and Super Mario 3D World, 30 green stars in a row.
Yeah, we did it, baby. Woo!
Then that's it, you know? But in Elden Ring, you can farm and level up early. You can study what you need to win and whoop them while giving a mediocre performance. Also in your favour, enemies do not scale with your level. That's huge. And obviously, you can summon. Some boss fights include NPC summons, and all boss fights can include online summons, other players who are playing Elden Ring. And the main positive, it is an expertly crafted game which is highly satisfying when you overcome. Final thought, because I didn't think we made a big enough deal of this. Thank you, Fromsoft, for 60 quid including the DLC, which could be another 50 hours, depending on how many times you die to the bosses. Elden Ring is an affront to modern gaming, where you get nickel and dimed at every turn. There's no bullshit microtransactions like with FIFA and their Team of the Week. Oh, Leeds played well this week. Want to play as them with slightly better stats?
Yeah, fuck you.
Give me money. Mortal Kombat 12, which shows you fighters you can purchase whilst in the game on the fucking character select screen. Do that on a menu screen, mate. FromSoft's Elden Ring has 0 microtransactions, just has 1 macro transaction. This is their DLC. It is gigantic and worth the 40 quid price of admission.
It's the best DLC ever made. Yeah.
High praise.
Yeah. What else even comes close? Maybe one of the Witcher ones?
Yeah, just the headline, companies respecting you should be repaid in kindness. Like V1, you bought the game, who gave it to OSC, who gave it to me. Since then, V1's rebought it. OSE's rebought it, and I've rebought the disc DLC version, and then we all bought the DLC. And sure, yeah, like we made a deep dive in Sharing Our Love and our hopes that you might pick it up as well. Fucking great. Well done.
It's a masterpiece.
You know.
Yep.
So that does it for OSC's Shadow of the ErdTree new game extravaganza.
New game plus 7 extravaganza.
New game minus 1. Made it easier. How do you feel about that?
I've been keeping it in my pocket for weeks.
Yeah.
I'm excited to show you. So I hope I gave you a little bit of entertainment in your otherwise glum lives.
Otherwise glum, miserable lives.
Nothing's going on until everyone gets to play. I'm on a Nightreign. I love this. I'm on a Nightreign. Never get enough. V1, how'd you like that?
That was loads of fun. Always fun to gush about great games, and this is one of the greatest.
Excellent. I don't think I could say it any better, so I won't even try. So it's a goodbye from OSE.
Yep.
V1.
The Kaboo.
And your boy Jay Hunter. And remember, mimic often, summon always. Don't listen to OSE.
Blasphemous Blade.
Yeah. And remember, a winner is you.
Sure. I've got like 600 hours on the game.
600 hours on Elden Ring.
Yeah. Yeah.